Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today is move day. So we are going to close a chapter on Goergia Veterans State Park, which I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's a beautiful park, as you guys saw in the pictures. Very nice site where we were at. Beautiful views. We loved it here. It was awesome. But it's time to continue on the journey. So next stop is we're going to be leaving here today. We're going to be driving about, 200 some odd miles still north. And we're going to be heading to Buford, Georgia, Lake Lanier Islands, and we're going to be staying at Margaritaville RV Resort. From what research I've done, it looks like a beautiful place, and we're going to bring it to you guys, so come along for the ride. Alright, so we made it. Welcome to Margaritaville RV Campground and Resort, something like that. We're in Buford, Georgia. Wasn't a bad drive, pretty smooth. Getting through Atlanta, like always. Serious business. You got to pay attention over there, boy. This place is crowded. So we made it to our site. I'm going to flip this around here so I can give you guys a look at where we're going to be spending the next few days, and show you our site and the views that we have from our site. All right, so this is where we're at. We're in site 106. It's a back-end site. It's nice, full hookup. I guess the best part about it is, as you can tell back in the background back there, that's all Lake Lanier. Very beautiful site. From our back window, we have clear views of the lake. Peaceful place, peaceful hangout. We sat out last night, no bugs. Really nice site. If you look down the front yard here, if you look down, is so pretty deep slope down to the water. But I mean, you'll probably catch me walking down there in a little bit. Off to the distance, there's another loop. Some more campgrounds, or campsites, I should say. We are in this loop here, right off Coral Reef Road. So not too many people hanging out right now, and I can tell you why, because it is about 100 degrees out here. It is very hot, but here we are. While we're at it, I failed to mention to you guys, I remember that in one of the previous videos, or my introduction video, I mentioned that I was going to bring you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly of RVing. Well, we already experienced one little bad, and I'll click back to that so you guys can check that out. Yeah, but it's leaking here. Now that clip that I just showed you guys was while we were staying at Goergia Veterans State Park. We were under a torrential pour down, and apparently, or I'm hoping, that this is the cause of that clip that I showed you, that water leak. I want to say it was above the microwave. Well, I have to take this down. I think it's leaking there, and I need to reseal it, and hopefully it'll work. So now that we're settled in, everything squared away here at the campsite, we're gonna go drive around, and because it's a pretty big place. I mean, if you are going to be visiting this park and you happen to be one of those kind of guys that has a toy hauler with a golf cart, stuff like that, you're doing good for yourself. This is a huge place, and to get around, I mean, you could walk, but you're going to be putting some miles on your shoes. We're going to go ahead and drive to some of the amenities, and I'm going to bring those to you guys as best I can. This here is the registration building for the Margarita Resort, because here in Lake Lanier, there's a couple of different resorts within the Lake Lanier area. This is the one for Margaritaville. This is where you get your beach passes. Everything that you need to know is right here. And also, I mentioned earlier, it'd be nice to have a golf cart. They rent them here also. So if you don't have one like us, you can come here and rent a golf cart. Okay, so I pulled off the side of the road here. This is still within Lake Lanier Islands. This is Lake Lanier, or Legendary Golf. Legends Golf. It's a resort within Lake Lanier. It's a golf course, basically. I'm going to show you this one hole here. I don't know what number it is, but I don't know much about golfing. For those of you enthusiasts out there, check this hole. So I'm assuming that you tee off from back there somewhere. There's your fairway. You are right next to Lake Lanier, right along the lake. Sand trap, and there's your pin. Here's another tee, and I'm assuming you got to hit it over there. What a view. So we're heading down to LandShark Bar and Grill. It's right here on the beach area. This is what's behind me. Well, maybe you can't see it, too much glare. It's a very pretty place. Very pretty place. So I got a little bit of time to kill. I figured I'd go over some of the specifics here at Lake Lanier Islands. Again, it's in Buford, Georgia. We are about 20 or 30 minutes east of Atlanta. As if you've ever traveled through this area, you know that in Atlanta you have Stone Mountain, Georgia, which we actually stayed there one time. Very nice resort, very nice place to stay. You also have the Atlanta Aquarium, along with a slew of other stuff to do in Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's nightlife, not for us. We're past that part. But Atlanta's nightlife is incredible. So you have all those things that you want to do if you're in the if that's your crowd, if that's what you're into. We're mostly into the camping crowd. You know, the hanging out and peaceful living. So having said that, let me take you back to Lake Lanier Islands. So Lake Lanier Islands, and by the way, I'm going to read this. I don't have this all in my mind, so I'm just going to read this out for you guys. Lake Lanier Islands is comprised of 4 islands. You have Goergia Island, which is basically the main island that when you come in, that's where the main gate is at. So that's the first island you run into. The second island you run into is called Legacy Island. Now Legacy Island has Legends Golf Course. Very pretty. We drove through that yesterday. I think you guys saw some of the videos of that. Very nice. And it also has a little bit of the beach area, okay, and it has a lot of the fun stuff, which we're going to bring to you later on today. Then you move on to Pine Island. Pine Island has mostly the marinas and the water stuff to do. So then you continue on and you go to the last island, which is Blue Ridge Island, which is the island that we're on right now. Okay, Blue Ridge Island, as you go all the way to the back, and I'll share some pictures with you of the actual campground itself. That's where all the campgrounds are at. Okay, so it's way to the back. Speaking of campgrounds, let's get into that real quick, just so you guys get an idea. So even though Lake Lanier Islands is a huge place, as far as campgrounds is concerned, Margaritaville Campground has 123 sites. Now remember when I first gave your introduction video, I told you guys I was going to bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. let me share some of those right now with you. So the good, as far as we're concerned, beautiful place, absolutely gorgeous views, very clean, very up to date. It's got a lot of goods. Trust me. If you think of it, Margaritaville has thought of it, and they've done a great job. So it's a very pretty place to come camp, and we are very happy here. It's very nice. Got a bunch of amenities. I'll cover those in a second. But those are the goods. Now the bads, as far as I'm concerned, when you look at the map, okay, and I either showed it already or I'm gonna show it. When you look at the map, it's a little bit deceiving. Okay, when you look at the how the layouts are of the campgrounds, it appears on paper that every campground backs up to some sort of water. Okay, it really doesn't. You could see the water from the campgrounds, but let's say, for instance, our site, we happen to be in site 106, which is very nice because we're a little bit secluded. We're off to the back. If privacy is your thing, when you come out of our camper on the campsite, you know, the camping side, you basically walk about 4 feet or 5 feet past your picnic table, and then it just basically drops off. I mean, it drops off pretty quick. Now we could see the water from our site, but if you want to go down to the water, you're going to have to hike down there because it's I'm not gonna say it's a precipice, but it's a very steep decline heading down to the water. And just about every site around here, there happens to be 5 camping loops. So, you know, there's 5 different loops, and every single campground, we went for a walk around last night, every single campground kind of has the same problem. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a little bit of the bad. On the map, it shows like you have water access, but technically you can just you could see the water and you could walk down there, but it's not like your campground is step out of the door and you're right on the water. So that's the part that I would consider a little bit bad. Ugly, I didn't see any. I gave you the good, the bad. There's really nothing ugly. Ugly to me is stuff that happens to the rig, and I'll touch on that in a second. But that's basically the campground itself. You have several bathhouses spread out throughout the 5 loops, and very clean, brand new. Everything's up to date. So very nice bathhouses. The bathhouses are standalone, and then you also have restrooms in addition to the bathhouse. Rides and attractions. So the attractions that are here included. I shouldn't say included. There's an extra fee if you want to utilize these things. You have the Raging River, Wild Waves Wave Pool, which is huge. Foam parties, Fun Zone, Racing Waters, Splashdown, Blackout, Aquatic Adventure, Thunderbolt Triple Zipline, Twister, Typhoon, Triple Threat, Intimidator, and Category 4 Hurricane water rides. Those are actually all things that we're going to try and video today or tomorrow or the next day or whatever, and we're going to try and bring those to you guys. So that's just an update. I'll have more for you guys as the day goes on. Alright guys, so that's about a wrap on Lake Lanier Islands. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. I know that the video ran a little bit longer than the other ones. I did my best. I brought you as much as I could in a short time. If you guys have any ideas or like to see something a little bit different, please go ahead and add it down in the comments, and I'll see if I can help out.